Okay. Who is ready to go back to 2020? Because I got news for you people. A certain segment of our population never left 2020. Some of them still think it's 2020 right now, and they're out there protesting and crying about Dr. Fauci. Now, for a lot of you, you might be saying, "Who's Dr. Fauci? Was he that one dude like from like 4 or 5 years, like during COVID or something? Was that who that was?" And to you people, I say, I applaud you because you are a normal person. Congratulations. You do not, you are not a hyper obsessed conservative weirdo who can't let go of the past. Because a lot of people are still freaking the fuck out about like mask mandates and, being like forced to get the shot for COVID, and they just won't let it the fuck go because they're all a bunch of babies who just are looking for things to cry about. So let's go ahead and watch this, and let's all just make fun of them. That's mainly the goal of this segment.
John Kiriakou is a former CIA officer and whistleblower. Does this jive with how things are done at the agency? Someone just makes a phone call and everything changes?
Unfortunately, yes. We see this kind of thing all the time. And Jesse, at the heart of this story is that it's always best to tell the truth. The truth always comes out. And I want to comment on the whistleblower, too. This was a very brave thing he did. He put his reputation on the line today. He told the world exactly what the truth was. He'll probably never work in government again because of it. But now we have an idea of what was being done secretly, yet in our name.
And Fauci got pardoned. So
Yes,
he may
did.
have killed 1 million Americans. We don't know if the exact virus was Frankensteined out that he paid for, but still, I mean, and then he He just walks away like nothing happened?
My cousin George Koletsu was the second person in the state of Ohio to die of COVID back in very early 2020. That death still stings all of us in our family. And now I can't help but to look at Dr. Fauci and think, you liar. Look what you've done to our country. And you're right. He was auto-penned right into freedom.
How long have I been muted? I hope I wasn't muted for too long. But I don't understand this. I literally do not get this. Like, what difference does it make? Like, in terms of what, if it is about the COVID-19 origins or whatever, what difference does it make in terms of your cousin or whatever the fuck, like whoever the fuck died, or like they would have died regardless, whether it came from a lab leak or whether it came from the wet market. I literally do not understand this argument that they're making.
And wealth and untold riches in his retirements, that is unacceptable.
He was protected, and so was China, which makes it even worse. And this just in, John, the CIA just raided Tulsi Gabbard's office. Agents hauled out dozens of boxes, files on the JFK assassination and MK Ultra, the CIA mind control operation, which she was in the process of declassifying. Today's whistleblower said it during his deposition, and Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna confirmed it moments ago.
The reason why this is troubling is, A, there was an executive order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MK Ultra files. The CIA famously has said that, you know, all documents were released.
I'm so lost now. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what's going on. The CIA raided Tulsi Gabbard's office and like seized a bunch of documents that she was supposed to release to the public. Like, what was she like hiding them or something? Is that what they're trying to say? This is the most confusing segment I think I've watched from Fox News in a long time.
Released, and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed.
Can the CIA over?
Okay, so I'm trying to follow here. So Tulsi Gabbard stole a bunch of documents that were supposed to be released and kept them from being released by hoarding them at her house or something, I guess. Okay, cool. What does this mean? Your guess is as good as mine.
Overrule the president?
No, the CIA cannot overrule the president. The CIA cannot even overrule the director of national intelligence.
Well, nah, there's one way the CIA can overrule the president. Well, one might say that the butler, that dude from Butler, might have been the one in charge of overruling the president, if you know what I'm talking about. There is one way historically that the CIA has overruled the president. I'm just putting that out there.
In 1975, the Church Committee, which became the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, specifically ordered DCI William Colby to release all of the MK Ultra files. He famously went back to CIA headquarters and ordered that all of the files be destroyed. 85% of them were destroyed. He was held in contempt of Congress, and then CIA employees lined the halls and contributed cash to pay for the fine that he was ordered to pay. We only know what we know about MK Ultra because of the 15% of the files that weren't destroyed. These are among those 15% of the files. They are mandated.
Dude, you know why I know? They don't give a shit about this stuff, okay? Let me just be frank with you guys. I hate the CIA. The CIA, like, the primary goal of the CIA is destabilizing brown countries in Latin America. Like, that is their primary goal, and also like in the Middle East as well. But primarily, their primary targets have been South America. And also the CIA, you know, has a heavy hand, or like I think has a pretty big part in terms of like like infiltrating left-leaning groups like the Black Panthers and like civil rights like organizations back in the day. Like the CIA is an abhorrent organization that I want like to be completely destroyed. And if you need like maybe something else can be built in its place, honestly, I would just say destroy it and we'll see if we need something in the future. But like these people don't want to do that, though. If I put up a bill to dismantle the CIA in its entirety in front of Congress, and these people like Jesse Waters and this dude were there and they had to vote on it, I guarantee you they would vote no. They do not want to get rid of the CIA. They love the CIA. They love what the CIA does. This is, I think, just like faux populism shit where like most people hate the deep state. Most people hate the CIA. And so they're just trying to pretend like they're on that side. And that's what a lot of the, you know, the alien release stuff or the JFK assassination information or whatever, like releases, a lot of these like document dumps and stuff are just to try to make them pretend like they are not vehemently pro CIA all the time, like pro deep state, pro, you know, pedo billionaire. Like that's what these guys really stand for. I don't know who this guy is really, if this is this John Curacao guy, former CIA officer. I guess that's him. I assure you that he doesn't want to dismantle the CIA like I want to dismantle the CIA.
To be declassified. The American people have a right to know what is in these files, and the CIA can't raid offices, least of all the offices of the Director of National Intelligence. It's just real life isn't supposed to work this way. This
Right.
is crazy.
This is something out of a movie, but the CIA was experimenting with LSD on
Yes.
willing and unwilling participants during the Cold War. For intelligence operations, and to exploit people.
That's not surprising. Like, like all they always like, dude. I'm. If you go look at like, if you have a good understanding of what the CIA is and what it does, like, none of these things are very surprising, and they shouldn't be surprising to people. Like the CIA also did like, like. I don't know, like, didn't they have like studies where they were trying to get like turn people psychic or whatever? And they had they also, I think, did a lot of like studies to see like, oh, can we like that dolphin thing recently where they were like, Iran is strapping missiles to dolphins or whatever. Like, I think the CIA literally did a program like that, like where they tried to see if they could do that, and it was a failure. It's really just a money pit, honestly. A lot of these programs that they do at the CIA is really just, you know, like a way to vacuum all of your tax dollars out and throw it into the void, because almost never does anything actually come from these like experiments and stuff that they do.
And it didn't go well a lot of the time, and they threw it all in a wastebasket, right? Like it never really worked. Is that why they don't want anybody to know about it?
I think they don't want people to know any more than what we know about, for example, dosing innocent citizens of San Francisco, California, or a small village in France and putting LSD in the yeast at the only bakery in the village just to see if everybody in the village would go nuts, which they did, of course.
That sounds like CIA
or coming
shit.
up with a program in San Francisco to hire prostitutes to dose Johns and see if they would cough up their innermost secrets. Ridiculous.
Well, you just have to hire Swalwell. He'll do pretty much anything. John.
Swalwell. I don't give Swalwell any LSD, man. Yeah, he's gonna start dosing girls left and right too. Like I don't know about that.
I hope we get to the bottom of this soon. Thanks for joining.
Okay, well, I thought they were going to talk more about Fauci. Man, I keep getting clickbaited, but it had at least like half of the video was relevant to what I wanted to talk about. But yeah, okay, the CIA stuff, whatever. You can have fun with that. I do want more transparency from the CIA. So I will strategically ally myself with right wingers on that particular issue if they want. But when it comes to the Fauci stuff or whatever, or the COVID shit, like, look, if you want to get more transparency about like, oh, did this actually come from a lab or did it come from like a wet market or whatever, I want that transparency too. but I don't really see how it changes anything. And I think a lot of these people are really, really like looking for something to like, because that's kind of what a lot of the COVID stuff was like looking for something to be mad about and to wear as a cultural signifier or whatever. And I think that they just need to like when it comes to the Fauci stuff, at least, like, get over it, dude. He's like, what? He's like 90 years old. And I don't know exactly what they think he did, really, to be honest. But like it was like 5 years ago at this point. I'm just saying, like, there's a whole wide world out there. You can focus on other things.